What's up, Notre Dame fans? Mike Singer from blueandgold.com here. In just a moment, we are going to play my interview with Eli Raridon, a legacy tight end from Iowa. He was on campus for a self-guided tour this past weekend. Notre Dame, one of his top schools, Iowa, Iowa State, Tennessee, all in the mix as well. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video, subscribe to our channel here for more content, and go to blueandgold.com for the story that goes with this video and so much more Notre Dame recruiting information. Blueandgold.com recruiting insider Mike Singer with Iowa tight end Eli Raridon, who I call a double legacy. Dad played at Notre Dame, and your grandfather coached in the strength and conditioning program when Lou Holtz was at Notre Dame. So you're here. So what, your first time on Notre Dame's campus since?
So we were back here like 1.5 years ago for the Florida State game.
Okay.
It was actually 2.5 years ago. So it was my freshman year. Didn't really. I was obviously a dream to be able to play at this level, but I wasn't in my head like, oh, I'm for sure gonna be like. Yeah. So it's really cool looking back at it now. So it's amazing being here. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're here. You're also coming back in an official in June.
Yep.
So why was it important for you to get here in April? Because you also visited Iowa State, and I believe you're officially visiting those two schools as well in June. So, why these self-guided tours now?
Yeah, so with Iowa State, I had been there because as a sophomore, I was getting recruited by them. And Notre Dame wasn't really in the mix. So obviously I'm doing these unofficials. I'm really kind of unsure of where I want to go, but I've got it kind of narrowed down now. So I just want to take as much time as I can at each of these places and just kind of make sure it's the right place for me. And so far, this unofficial at Notre Dame has been amazing. So it's awesome.
Yes.
So it's just making me more confident in my decision.
Yeah, so just tell me about walking around Notre Dame. What'd you get to do? I know not a ton, but, just kind of, and it was rainy today in South Bend, but, just how was your time, just walking around campus?
Yeah, so we got here last night, and we met up with John, obviously, and we met up with him and a couple of his friends for dinner, and then we kind of just hung out at night and looked around the campus. And then today we did kind of the same thing, kind of get to sleep in, and then look around even more of the campus. And just, it sucks we can't really do much, but it's just beautiful looking around and seeing this place again. I got to see the stadium like out from. It's obviously like super cool just to even like be outside the stadium, just look from outside. So it's a special place here for sure.
Yeah. What do you kind of take away from this trip? What do you feel like you've kind of learned?
Just being here. It's just kind of like that feeling that I feel comfortable being here, and like this is a place where I want to be for the next 4 years of my life. Like it's a beautiful place. So it's just good to do these unofficials.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the officials too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. So what's your timeline looking like? You're looking to take the officials and announce?
Yeah, I'm kind of just going to take my time. I'm not in too much of a rush unless something happens. But I think after my officials, there's no reason to wait around. Yeah. So I think I'll be pretty sure of my decision. So
yeah, cool. Tell me about Iowa real quick. What do you think about the Hawkeyes? Just how's everything with that stuff?
We did the same thing kind of last week where they did the open spring practice, and it's obviously appealing of how much they use the tight ends, just like here. They develop them really well. It's close to home, but it's just we kind of did the same thing with Iowa State too. Just did like a campus tour, just kind of did the same thing with every one of these schools I'm looking at. So
tell me about the Notre Dame coaches. McNulty, Reese. What's the relationship like with those guys, and how often do you get to talk to them?
So I talk to McNulty weekly, probably I would say. We just catch up on things, and we've been talking about this a lot. I've been super excited for this, and we do Zoom sometimes. We've been over film review, and with McNulty and Reese will hop on there too. But throughout the beginning of my process, I think Reese was the one who kind of talked to me first and kind of offered me, and then McNulty kind of jumped in and took over my recruiting. And I talked to McNulty a lot. Me and him got close, and we've been doing Zooms, and I've gotten really close with those guys, so it's been awesome.
Yeah, just a couple more things. Tell me about the relationship with like some of those Notre Dame commits. Steve Angeli, the quarterback you talk to a lot, and obviously meeting Nolan Ziegler. What do you think about some of these Notre Dame commits?
No, yeah, they're super just genuine guys. Some of these guys can be kind of full of themselves. But I think Nolan's a really cool guy. Steve, I talked to on Twitter, he's an awesome guy too. They're kind of he's been kind of recruiting me to come there, and no, they all just seem like awesome guys. I can't wait for the official to meet them because I know Steve's going to be there the 18th, and Nolan will be there too. So I'm excited for that.
All right, and that is tight end Eli Raridon.